What if everything you've been told about effort is missing the point? What if getting what you want isn't about pushing hard, fighting, or resisting, but about letting go, relaxing, and tuning in to a forgotten law of the universe? We live in a culture that worships effort. They say, if you don't wear yourself out, you don't deserve it. If you don't fight for it, there's no reward. But what if that's one of the biggest traps our minds have accepted as truth? What if the universe isn't moved by sweat, but by vibration? This isn't just another video about the law of attraction. You won't hear empty promises about picturing a mansion and waiting for it to appear. What you're about to learn is a deeper, more subtle, and often overlooked spiritual law that works quietly beneath the surface of reality. The law of allowing. It says everything you want is already available to you, but it can only show up when you stop forcing it. Think of the universe like a clear lake. If you plunge your hand in frantically, the water gets muddy and you can't see. But if you stay calm, breathe, and let things be, the surface settles and what was hidden comes into view. That's how your desires work. They don't show up when you chase them desperately, but when you match your inner energy with the certainty that they're already on their way. When you stop struggling, the universe starts working for you. This video is your guide to understanding this. I'll walk you through the core ideas behind this law. I'll explain why vibration beats willpower, why the void isn't emptiness, but the birthplace of everything, and how ancient wisdom already knew this secret we're just starting to rediscover. Get ready to see life differently, because once you get how this works, you stop forcing and everything starts flowing to you. Since the beginning of spiritual thought, the wise have known that reality isn't conquered. It's listened to. It's not grabbed. It's received. It's not forced. It's allowed. In ancient Egypt, priests taught that true magic wasn't controlling the elements but aligning with the cosmic order without resistance. They called it Mat, the principle of divine balance. Those who forced their destiny broke the universe's harmony, but those who became clear channels brought miracles into the world. The Taoists of ancient China talked about the way, not meaning doing nothing, but doing without effort, moving without friction. It's like water, flexible, steady without struggle, yet able to carve through rock. According to the Tao, the wise person forces nothing and can't be defeated. The Hermetic tradition said, as above, so below, as within, so without. That's not just a catchy phrase. It means everything you attract reflects your inner energy. If inside you are tension, fear, or a need to control, that's exactly what you'll draw: obstacles, delays, and exhausting effort. Even ancient Vedic texts highlighted non-attachment as key to conscious creation. Letting go of control doesn't mean losing power. It means becoming a clear channel for the divine. So, when did we lose this? As rational thinking rose, humanity started idolizing force, logic, and planning. I'll make it happen replaced I'll let it happen. And with that came the false idea that harder struggle means more worthiness. But true spiritual law isn't about deserving, it's about resonance. We need to rethink this. The popular idea of the law of attraction, visualize, believe, wait, misses the point. The universe doesn't react to your thoughts, it responds to your vibration. Your vibration depends on how open, trusting, and present you are inside. When you force something from a place of lack, you tell the universe, it's not here. But when you allow from peace, you silently say, it's already mine, it's coming, I am what I desire. True creation happens in that calm, pressure-free space. Mystery schools, Eastern philosophies, and ancient initiates all knew this. The winner isn't the one who tries hardest, but the one who aligns best. To get everything you want without struggle, you first have to undo the idea that the universe rewards the hardest workers. It doesn't. It responds to vibration. Here's the paradox. The more you force, the more you push what you want away. In the energetic world, struggle means you're out of sync. It's like saying, what I want is far away, rare, and unreachable. The universe doesn't respond to your words, but to the energy behind them. Picture your life as a river flowing with its own rhythm and intelligence. You can jump in and let it carry you, learn to swim with the current, or fight against it and wear yourself out. And what happens when you fight? You drown in your own impatience. Allowing doesn't mean giving up. It means tuning in. It means matching your energy to what you want, so you bring it in, not by force, but by being in sync. Nothing comes to you by accident. Everything in your life, people, chances, even challenges, is a perfect reflection of your main energy. When your energy shouts, "I'm afraid this won't happen," you create resistance. When your energy whispers, "I trust it's already coming," you open the door. This is where the law of allowing comes in, one of the most overlooked laws of the spiritual universe. It says, what you want already exists. You just have to stop standing in its way. And how do we get in the way? With anxiety, neediness, control, pressure, and obsession. All those feelings act like an invisible wall between you and what you're after. Even worse, the harder you try to force it, the more you're telling yourself you don't believe it's already yours. That's why allowing isn't about being passive. It's about owning your power. It's saying energetically, "I'm ready to receive," without having to chase. Let's flip it. The universe doesn't answer your demands. It responds to your energy field. And your field, the unseen vibe coming from you, is shaped by your emotions, beliefs, repeated thoughts, and most importantly, your willingness to allow. When you meditate, give thanks before receiving, or let go of control, you're telling the universe, "I'm open, I'm aligned, I'm in tune." Then, without warning, what once felt out of reach shows up. That doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting from a different place, from clarity, not emptiness, inspiration, not pressure, expansion, not fear. Action without alignment is exhausting. Action from the right frequency is magnetic. So far, we've busted the myth that effort is the only way and shown that real manifestation happens when you become what you want to attract. And that starts with allowing. There's a principle older than attraction, the principle of the void. It's a spiritual rule that's powerful but often ignored. It says, the universe fills whatever space you make. But for something new to come, you've got to clear room first. And here's where a lot of people get stuck. They're so busy chasing what they want, they forget to make space to receive it. The principle of the void teaches that if you want something new, a relationship, a chance, a bigger version of yourself, you have to let go of what's taking up that space. That void isn't emptiness, it's sacred preparation. Picture an altar. You can't put offerings on it if it's full of clutter and dust. You have to clean it out, clear it, bless it. Only then can new things land. Metaphysically, this is allowing, releasing attachment to the outcome to create space. That doesn't mean you stop wanting. The desire stays, but without anxiety or that inner message of lack. Here's a key point. Most people want things out of urgency, thinking, I need this now or I'm not okay. That's asking from an emotional void. And the universe, which reads vibration, doesn't respond to what you ask. It responds to how you ask. If you ask from desperation, you show scarcity. If you ask from peace, you show abundance. Inner peace comes when you let go of obsessing over how and when. This is creative detachment, not indifference, but wisdom, saying, this is what I want, I feel it, I affirm it, and now I release it to the universe, trusting it will show up in the perfect way, even if it's not exactly what I imagined. When you do that, your energy field stops tightening up. It expands, and with that expansion comes natural attraction. Here's the big paradox. What you chase slips away. What you allow comes back, transformed. It's like an echo. You can't grab it, but if you speak from a clear, deep, honest place, it returns to you, multiplied. Mystics across time knew this. True magic isn't about forcing reality. It's about preparing to receive it, tuning your frequency, not your schedule. Want to attract? Then start by allowing. Let the old you fade. Let go of what no longer serves. Create silence and space, and let the universe do its work without your interference. Because the universe doesn't need your anxiety, it needs your vibrational openness. When you act from calm confidence, that sacred knowing, what once seemed impossible happens. Doors open by themselves. The right people come without you chasing. Opportunities appear without you pushing. Why? Because you're no longer an energetic beggar. You're a free channel, and abundance flows through free channels. Real spirituality isn't locked in temples or books. It's alive in everyday life, in the kitchen, the commute, sleepless nights, and quiet moments of the soul. So if you've made it this far, you need more than spiritual insights. You need practical tools you can use every day. No fluff, no fake mysticism. Here are 5 conscious steps to let the universe respond without having to chase it. 1. Create real and symbolic space in your life. If your home is cluttered with things you don't use, if your days are packed with tasks you no longer enjoy, or if your relationships feel stuck in dead-end conversations, how can anything new show up? Start with the physical. Clear out a drawer, donate clothes, organize your space, but do it mindfully. Every item you let go of silently says, I trust something better is coming. Then do the same with your schedule. Cancel commitments you only keep out of fear or guilt. Sometimes the universe doesn't send signals simply because you don't have room to receive them. Clearing out is preparing, and preparing is allowing. 2. Shift the question from how do I get it to how do I align. Whenever you catch yourself trying to control the outcome, change your focus. Don't ask what you need to do to make it happen. Ask who you need to become for it to come to you naturally. Manifestation isn't about external struggle. It's about internal tuning. When you raise your frequency, reality finds you without you having to chase it. 3. Meditate, not to control your mind, but to clear the channel. Meditation isn't just silence, it's resetting your energy. It's the clearest way to say to the universe, I'm here, present, and open. Spend at least 5 minutes a day just being. No goals, no techniques, just presence. A quiet mind is the best receiver. Miracles don't show up in noisy heads. 4. Celebrate before receiving. This is one of the most powerful but overlooked practices. Give thanks like you already have what you want. Walk like abundance is already with you. Breathe as if love is already surrounding you. This isn't playing mind games, it's rewiring your vibration. The universe doesn't distinguish between reality and symbol. When you feel worthy and vibrate the energy of it's already done, reality mirrors that. Remember, an echo only comes back if you make a sound first. 5. Don't chase signs, become one. Many look for proof the universe hears them, but true transformation happens when you become the sign. Be the energy you want to attract. Talk like someone at peace. Move like someone who trusts. Act like someone who's no longer afraid. When you embody what you desire, you stop asking and start attracting. In the end, allowing isn't passive waiting, it's active trust, creating space, being fully present, and opening up completely. Do this day after day and something shifts, even if you don't notice right away. And then what once felt impossible becomes normal. In a world that worships speed, effort, and struggle as the only way forward, choosing not to force things is a radical act. But what you've learned here isn't just a technique, It's an ancient truth quietly returning to those ready to remember. The law of allowing and the principle of the void aren't formulas for getting more stuff. They're sacred keys to living differently, where reality answers not to your anxiety, but to your alignment. When you stop chasing life, life comes to you. When you clear your space, the universe fills it with the new. When you let go of control, you find direction. When you stop forcing, everything flows. Here's the mystical paradox. What you chase slips away. What you allow finds you. Along this journey, you've seen effort doesn't equal worthiness. The universe doesn't respond to words, but to vibration. The vibration of lack blocks what you want most. The void isn't emptiness, it's a doorway. And allowing isn't giving up, it's refined power. So what will you do with this? You can go back to your routine and keep struggling like everyone else, carrying tension. Or you can choose to make space, trust, act from calm, and let what's yours come find you. Because remember, things don't always arrive when you want them. They arrive when you're ready to receive them without fear. So today, look at your life like an altar. What clutter is taking up space? What can you clear out to make room for miracles? What are you ready to allow without rushing, pressuring, or forcing? Do it, even if only quietly, because the universe hears small gestures louder than desperate screams. If this message speaks to you, subscribe, hit the bell, and like the video so more people can remember this forgotten truth. Share it with those still struggling, not knowing they can simply align and allow. And drop a comment. I no longer force, I choose to allow. Because the game doesn't change when you do more. It changes when you vibrate differently. And at that frequency, everything meant for you starts seeking you out.